Hey guys, it's Jonathan. I want to talk to you today about bribes. I want to tell you why they are a bad deal when you use them to motivate your children's behavior. Sure, it starts off as easy, and I've even done it myself. It's like, hey, if you do this, then I will give you this. And most kids will respond to that, but when you do that long term, it goes from being the easy thing to like your worst nightmare. And let me tell you why. First of all, your kids are motivated to do whatever you're asking them to do, and then anything you're asking them to do, by being bribed, by getting something. They're not doing it out of an internal sense of personal responsibility or helping you out or respect for you. No, they're doing it to get something. And here's the thing, it eventually fades. They realize that they don't want to do the thing that you're asking them to do, and they don't care about the bribe you gave them yesterday. They want another one, and they want it to be bigger. So you have to keep ramping it up and ramping it up to the point that you realize, hey, this is ridiculous. I am tired of bribing my kid to do this thing. It's just take out the trash or just mow the grass. In fact, I have a really good example of that. I was talking to this mom and this 14-year-old boy the other day in a counseling session, and she was sick of his behavior. But what I had seen is that she had been bribing this kid since he was a little toddler. Every time she wanted him to do something, she would offer him something. Hey, here's this to go do that. And now he's a teenager, and he was flat refusing to do. I think she was asking him to cut the grass, and he's like, no, I'm not going to cut the grass. And she's like, you got to cut the grass. And by the end of it, she had offered him 20 bucks and a ride to his friend's house to get him to agree to cut the grass. And I could see it in his eyes. This kid was smirking. He looked at me, and he was smirking at me. I knew what he was doing, and somehow this mom, I think she even knew what she was doing too. She was just caught in this trap. Because when I talked to her afterwards, I'm like, look, you've got to stop doing these bribes. And she's like, but he won't do anything. He'll just stop doing everything if I don't bribe him. I'm like, at this point, that's what you got to do. You've got to work through that. Now, sit down and explain to him that these are his responsibilities and that he needs to do it for his own good, that he's actually going to feel good when he's helping out. And he's actually going to feel good when he's taking care of his life and his responsibilities. But in that time in between, he's just not going to want to do it. And you got to stick to it. You got to say, no, I'm not going to bribe you. That's not how this works. It doesn't help you out. And I really helped her stick with that over time. And then I also helped her by talking to her kid and saying, look, guy, this is how life works. Not everyone's going to pay you every time that you want to do something. So you got to start living in the real world and stop hassling your mom and do what you got to do. And over time, it worked. This kid, he started realizing it, and the mom held tough. It was a good story. But I see that kind of stuff happen all the time, and I don't want you to fall into that trap. I don't want to fall in that trap. We've got to stay tough. There are better ways to motivate our kids than to pay them off or make deals with them every time we need them to do something. But it starts with talking with them. It starts with explaining to them why they need to do stuff, why it helps them out, why it helps the family out, why it's better for them. Hey, I hope that helped you out. I'm really just trying to give you guys some stuff that is going to work in your lives. You guys are great parents. It's tough to be a parent, but let's keep at it, keep working at it. It is worth it. All this time, all this effort, everything you're putting into it is going to pay off. Hey, you guys tune back in because I got one more in this series. That was number 4 of the top 5 things that are misunderstood about parents. Now that you watch this one, tune into the other ones. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Every time I put out a video, you're going to be the first one to see it. Or you can like my Facebook page. Or you can sign up for my email updates on my website, jonathanleague.com. Thanks, guys. I will talk to you soon.